Hi guys, this is my trangia stove kit, actually a Swedish Army mess kit. This is the stainless steel version. I did a video yesterday of making some hot chocolate. As you can see, it's a big thing. This unit here has fold up things in the bottom that allow you to raise the pan up above the stove. Because I'm going to use this stove, I intend on doing it a different way. So I'm going to, let's see, since I got one hand it's hard to do this. I'm going to take the top portion of the kit. That's just the top portion. Here's the other portion. It holds a lot of stuff. It's a big pot with a nice handle. So I'm going to set this aside. I don't need that right now. I'm just going to use this. So I'm going to take this and 1 cup of water, just one, because hot chocolate doesn't require but one, at least the ones I'm using. So I think I have a little bottle here of alcohol. Squirt some in here. I don't think I need too much here, but who knows. I hope that'll be enough. It's not that much. We'll see. And then this might be difficult to do. Try to get it lit while I'm holding everything. Why these lighters never work when you click them? So I found the lighters never work until you punch them about 5 or 6 times. Okay, so now we got it lit. Now I'm going to take this back piece and put it like so. So the stove is down in there. And I'll probably click off this light. It does take a little while for it to warm up. And click this light off. We can actually see the fire. Maybe I'll take this off. This is a bottle stove. I think I got this at bottlestove.com for about $8. It's a Bud Stadium bottle. It's a very nice burning stove. It'll hold a lot more alcohol than what I put in it. So there it goes. It's starting to bud, or whatever they call it, bud. If you blow on it just a little, it'll do a picture. Bloom, I guess they call it. But there's the flame pattern. Very nice. Now I'm going to put this on top, like so. Notice it's going wild. I'm going to put this one on top until it actually touches the stove and it covers the center part of the stove completely. So the flame's no longer coming out of the center of the stove, but just around the outer edges. That's probably the way it should be. Yeah. So now, I've already been running 4 minutes and 15 seconds or so before I ever started cooking. I'm guessing 2 to 3 minutes to heat it up, 1 cup of water. Let's sit back a minute here and look. But the trangia is the stove that's meant to go in here, and I bought a new one, which I have a video on before this one, showing the trangia. I have an old one that's maybe a 65 model, but it had a crack in it. It came with a crack in it. So I went ahead and ordered another one. The other one works perfectly, you just can't put the top on it. if you try to seal alcohol in it, it leaks through a small hairline crack on the side of the stove. They look impervious to, I mean, it looked like you could throw them off of a skyscraper and wouldn't hurt them. But apparently this was a factory flaw, or it's just been that way. But it burns beautifully. It really is a good stove. It's probably my favorite stove is the Trangia. I know why people like them, and I guess if you have one and use it, it is not the hottest stove. I don't think it's as hot as this one. And looking at this, you know, there's plenty of flames coming out around the pot, but if you see the pot in there, it fits down in there, so all the heat is hitting it. Let me turn on the light and we can see a little bit of bubbles. See, it's been running for about a minute, maybe a little over a minute, probably a minute, and it's already almost boiling. So we're talking a fast boil. It was 4 minutes and 45 seconds, I think, something like that. Anyway, I'd have to watch the video again to see. But it's 6:14 now and it's already boiling. So 4:45 to 6:14. Now it's just a little over a minute to boil a cup of water. Now, that's a hot stove. Very, very hot. So to get a good view of the whole thing, this is the back side. It has plenty of holes here for air. I've even seen people use them for a wood burning stove. They just put the wood inside. There's plenty of holes here to let the heat, you know, air in, and you can cook on it in wood, or even just set it on in your fire pit and use it to hold the pots. But I'm sure doing that would really soot up this pan or this holder. This thing was pure black when I received it, but when I put an alcohol stove in it and burned it as hot as this gets, it caused the coloring to turn like a purple. As I think it may show up on the video, purple. Some black and some purple, but where all the extra heat is discolored it. I see my cup of water is going to end up evaporating if I don't stop it soon. Ooh, that's hot. I can't even touch it. So you need a gripper or something to work with it. In my case, I have, in here I have a rag and a gripper, but pot gripper. I think I'll probably end up having to cut this short because it's such a already 8-minute video, but I might let it run. I can put it on YouTube, and if you want to stop you can. All I'm doing is boiling the water. The stove's been going for, I don't know, probably 7 minutes. It ought to be close to burning out. But it seems to be going. I don't know. It's still hotter than a mother. I know that. Probably have to add a little extra water to get this, keep this thing going. Very hot. On this side, I don't see a flame. Yeah, looking down in here we can. Yeah. But most people have probably seen this type of stove before. I haven't seen one use it with an alcohol stove in it other than a Trangia. And putting the pot directly on the stove, as I have, it actually caused it to burn for a good period of time. 9 minutes and 14 seconds. And the flame went out. So there we go. Now I can use my little pot holder and I can pick up the pot. You can see the stove in this pot, and I guarantee you it's hot. So I won't be touching it for a little while. But turn on the light so y'all can get a better view. Stainless steel pot's quite a nice looking thing. It's a nice looking rig, I think. And it's really my favorite, like I mentioned in the other video. but I hadn't shown the whole system lately anyway. But this is the rest of it, and inside of here it's got a little pot grabber there, a huge bottle of alcohol. This is a 10-ounce bottle, and I carry a big spoon in there, and there's room for it. And this is my new trangia that was in the previous video. It's full of alcohol, or several ounces in there, but it doesn't leak. I also have a lighter in here. So all this stuff fits in that pot.